Hello, hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, yeah. Let us wait for 1 more minute, then we'll start the session. Okay, my voice is clear, right? No worries.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. See, before going for Microsoft Azure, let me introduce about myself. Hi, my name is Sekhar. I have 15 years of experience on Microsoft technologies. Currently, I'm working as a Azure architect. Okay, yeah. Next, so before going for Microsoft Azure, just I want let you know something about IT infrastructure. Okay, do you know what is the IT infrastructure? Any idea? Anyone? What is the IT infrastructure? Very simple. IT infrastructure is nothing but collection of hardware, software, switches, network, load balancer. Is called IT infrastructure. Do you agree?
Yes,
Yeah, I am repeating. What is the IT infrastructure? It is collection of hardware, software, switches, network, load balancer. Is called IT infrastructure. Okay, to maintain IT infrastructure, we required what? Anyone? To maintain our own IT infrastructure in the organization, we required what?
we need hardware, server, OS.
Yes, first thing we required what? Data center. Am I right? Do you agree?
Yes,
Yeah. So what is the data center? Data center is a heart of the organization. Okay, data center is a heart of the organization where we can build, deploy, manage, and access the applications within the corporate network is called data center. Okay, in the world, every company they have their own data center so far. Okay, if you go for TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, IBM, any company, they have their own data centers. Okay, very simple thing. IT infrastructure in the sense, if you enter into the organization, whatever the things are visible, that we will call it as IT infrastructure. Best example, hardware devices, switches, cables, routers, server racks. Okay, that all we will call it as what? IT infrastructure. So all devices are communicated each other directly through cable. Am I right? Okay, so that finally interacted with data center. So that's why I said data center is a heart of the organization where we can build, deploy, manage, and access the applications within the corporate network. I mean, within the organizations, we will able to access the services. Is called data center. Okay. Best example, you know, right? Before COVID, we are going to office. Okay, once we enter into the office, what we will do? We will connect it to client network. Client network in the sense private network, right? Then only we will able to access all the server services applications. The moment when you disconnect it, VPN, virtual private network, will you able to access client related services? No. Will you able to access client services from internet? No. Clear, clear. So that is what IT infrastructure. Very simple. What is the IT infrastructure? IT infrastructure is nothing but collection of hardware, software, switches, network, load balancer is called IT infrastructure. Okay. Yeah. See, if you observe, these are IT infrastructure, guys. What do we have? Devices. Devices are communicating to what? Data center. This is the database. Okay. Hardware systems. Next, server rack, router, firewall setting, networking. Okay. This we will call it as what? IT infrastructure. Got it? Okay. Yeah. Next, what? Yeah. This is what? Anyone? Data center. What is the data center? Data center is a heart of the organization where we can build, deploy, manage, and access the application within corporate network. Is called data center. So why I'm telling this story is initially, what are the defects of data center? There are a lot of challenges to maintain our own data center. Could you please let me know at least one, whoever knows, real-time professionals?
Continuous power supply, cooling.
Yes, cooling system are required, electricity is required. If there is no electricity, you should capable to run the data center with a battery or generator. Am I right? That is the another challenge. Not only that, for example, to establish one data center, what we have to do? We have to identify the space, then construct the building as per rules and regulations and guidelines by government. Next, once you deploy the data center, okay, once we have to deploy the data center, again we have to do power supply, generator, and high physical security. What is that? High physical security. Unauthorized person should not enter into the data center. See, you know, right? For example, even though you had 20 plus years of experience in IT industry, okay, you are not authorized person to enter into the data center. Do you agree? Yes or no? To enter into the data center, you required director level permissions. Okay, clear, guys? So that is the another challenge. See, these are the challenges of to maintain our own data center. One is we require dedicated space housing infrastructure. Okay, second one is we require high bandwidth internet. You know, right? Assume that my organization data center is there in New York. My organization data center is there in New York. I am sitting in Hyderabad. What is that? I am sitting in Hyderabad. So to access the server storage network, we required what? High bandwidth internet. Am I right? Yes or no, guys? For example, you are
Yes.
working in TCS. When you connect to the client network, so the data should transfer right in between. Yes or no? So we
Yes.
required what? High bandwidth internet. That's why in our home also we are checking like 50 Mbps speed or 100 Mbps speed and all. Do you know in cloud computing how much data, sorry, how much data fast you can expect? Any idea? Have you tried any time?
There is an
Any,
absolute level, it will be 100 bandwidth is coming.
yeah,
Actually.
100 Mbps in our home purpose, right? In organization also we can expect 100 Mbps or 200 Mbps.
Okay.
But in cloud computing, 1 GB speed you can get it, not Mbps, 1 GB.
Okay.
Okay, so why they are providing that much internet speed? The data, it is the cloud remotely accessing the services, right? To fastest way to transfer the data, we have to maintain that much high bandwidth internet. Okay, yeah, next. In case of our own data center, we have to maintain such a level of, what is that? Bandwidth. of internet. Now, efficient cooling system. If we enter into the data centers anywhere, okay, even in Hyderabad, whatever small data centers are there, if we enter into the data center, we could see less than 10 degrees Celsius temperature. Did you observe anytime? Have you entered into the data center by chance anytime? Not possible. Fine. Okay. Yeah. Now, if we enter into the data center, go and verify, we can see less than 10 degrees Celsius temperature. Next, high physical security. You know, right? Unauthorized persons cannot enter into the data center. Okay. Yeah. Next, hardware replacement. This is the again cost. Hardware replacement in the sense, what does it mean? Anyone? Hardware replacement in the sense, you know, right? Nowadays, we are getting new technologies into the market, new patchings, new upgradation for softwares, new project enhancements into the project. Clear? So to support new requirements, new project enhancement, new updates that are launched by the vendors, even you have to upgrade your hardware system as well. Am I right? Best example, earlier we are using the smartphone, right, with 1 GB. Now 2 GB, 3 GB, 4 GB, 5 GB, now 8 GB RAM mobiles also there in the market. Why? Small device itself, we are spending around 20 to 30K nowadays. Why we are spending, guys? Anyone? Because whatever the apps are launched by the vendors, to run them with seamless, we are upgrading hardware devices as well. Am I right? Same way, small our mobile device itself, we are spending 20 to 30K in data center to replace the hardware as per latest patches, as per latest upgradation, as per latest enhancement of the application. Okay, again it is cost. I can say every year we have to replace the hardware. That is the cost. Okay, and the more time, more expense to build our own IT infrastructure. You know, right? For example, assume that we are working in TCS all together as a group. Okay, now I would like to build 10 servers for project requirement. What should I do first? First step, guys, in on premises. Anyone?
You
What is
have
the
to
first
request
step?
order to your that department.
You
Your place order, no?
have to submit the request to data center team. Am I right? Once you submit the request to data center team will drag the space. Okay, they will allocate space. Once they have allocated the space, first step, we will deploy the operating system. Second step, configure the networking. Third step, install and configure the all mandatory softwares like firewall, like implementing Kaspersky, like antivirus software, etc., etc. Next, configure the backup and restore operations. Next, configure the firewall settings. Next, configure the network security. Okay, network security in the sense unauthorized person should not enter into the our systems and hack the data. Right. Next, sixth step, seventh step, implement firewall rules. Finally, eighth step, we have to checklist. We have to verify the checklist. Finally, we will submit these servers to what? Client or developers. Okay, so here to maintain, to build these servers, we required operating system team, networking team, monitoring team, firewall team, network security team. Many teams we have to manage. To maintain these many teams, there would be a high cost. Am I right? We have to spend a lot of time, lot of budget to fulfill the business requirement. Okay, this is the one reason why entire IT industry looking for cloud, 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 cloud. Got it. As I said, to build 10 servers in real time, minimum it will take 7 to 10 days in on-premises environment, guys. Okay, first case it will take 7 days. Okay, when you are coming to the cloud computing, Trust me, within span of minute, only minute guys, we can build our infrastructure. Okay, where is 1 minute? Where is 7 days? Okay, nowadays, you know, right? Time directly proportional to money. Okay, if it is spend more time, more money, less time, less money. That is universal truth. Okay, that's why entire IT industry looking towards cloud, 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 cloud. So these are the challenges are there to maintain our own data center. Okay, clear. Apart from that, you know, right? This is the data center only which we had. For example, this data center is crashed. What was the next step? Anyone?
It will maybe take DR. It will be another option.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be. We have to maintain another data center for DR, disaster recovery. What does that mean? If this data center is down, another data center should be there to provide the service. If any unexpected events are occurred, then there would be a disaster recovery to recover the data to should not affect it to our business process. Clear? That is about what? DR. Do you know when DR came into the picture? When did you hear about disaster recovery? In the year 2000, there would be a World Trade Center crash, right, by terrorists. Do you remember?
No.
Yeah,
2000
Twitter.
and 2000,
Yeah,
1
Twitter
year.
crash.
Yeah, Twin Towers, they collapsed. So why they have targeted for WTC Tower and Pentagon? There is a many buildings more than that in US, but why the terrorists are targeting for only these two buildings? Why? Because entire US economy data, entire US governance data, they are maintaining in WTC data center. Okay, if they collapse the data center, the terrorists thought that economically, what US will be downgraded. Okay, due to that they have targeted, but still US did not lose even single record. What is the reason behind that?
Behind, I think in DR, I think they are.
Yeah, they are already in some other areas. We don't know that exactly. That is, they did not disclose it. So they have maintained another data center called disaster recovery. So backup data center they had maintained. That's why even though they physically they lost the assets, but data they did not lose. Even single record they haven't missed out. Clear? That during the year of 2000, the word came out the market, disaster recovery. Okay, yeah, next. Now, this is about what? Why should we go for cloud computing? Okay, now if people tell me what is the cloud, why should we go for cloud is these many reasons. What is the cloud computing? Anyone?
Yeah, we can purchase services from companies.
Is it cloud computing here?
What is the cloud computing? Yeah.
This collection OS, so operating
Yes.
system, and as well as networking, and
Yes.
it will be yeah. The so many components will be there in that. Here is computing.
Yes, correct. Very simple words I can say. Cloud computing is nothing but collection of remote services and access them over the internet is called cloud computing. Do you agree? Yes. What is the cloud computing? Cloud computing is nothing but collection of remote services and access them over the internet is called cloud computing. Remote services in the sense, what does it mean? Very simple words. In our home appliance we have TV, remote, and washing machine appliance are there. We are operating through them what? Remote only, right? So what does that mean? Remotely we are operating the devices. Am I right? Same way here, cloud computing in a sense, collection of remote services and access them over the internet is called cloud computing. Very simple. Nowadays, if we have one cloud account, one internet connectivity, one laptop, that is more than enough. We can start our business and develop the application and host it into cloud computing and make it available for public within span of minutes. Okay, what is that? One device, one internet connectivity, other one is what? One cloud account. Clear? That is about what? Cloud computing. What is the cloud computing? It is the collection of remote services and access them over the internet is called cloud computing. Okay, that is the definition, simple way to remember. You know, in the market, we have different types of definitions. Forget about them. This is the very simple definition. Okay, so according to NIST, National Institute and Standard Technology, the definition is cloud computing is a convenient on-demand network access where we can build, deploy, manage, access the applications. Okay, so in cloud computing, to provision the resources, just it will take minute, guys, only 1 minute. If I want to deploy 100 virtual machines, just it will take a minute, not more than that. Why? Because that is how they did automated. Okay, when you're coming to the cloud computing, no many resources are required for Windows, no many resources are required for networking and the monitoring team, alert team. Okay, alerts. Okay, yeah. So here drastically budget is saving for the project due to that entire organization, entire world looking towards to move cloud. Okay, yeah. Next, see, in the cloud we have total 3 types of service models. Okay, it is important interview question. If you go for any cloud, this is the basic. Okay, cloud service models in the sense as, PaaS, SaaS. Okay, types of cloud computing in the sense public, private, hybrid. Don't get confusion here, very important. Cloud service models in the sense, what does it mean? Public, private, sorry, as, PaaS, SaaS. Cloud, different types of cloud deployment models means public, private, hybrid. Okay, here, what is the infrastructure as a service? Any idea what all the things comes under infrastructure as a service? Anyone?
The infrastructure, all things we need to maintain for this virtual machines and server and network and storage and same load balancer. These are the rest of the things will be not managing the PaaS. That
Yes,
SaaS,
correct.
it will be completely managed by Microsoft, as per my thinking.
Yes, correct. 100%. See, infrastructure as a service means the name itself, it is saying infrastructure. Okay, so infrastructure, you know, right? Hyderabad infrastructure is very good. Hyderabad infrastructure is very good in the sense, what does it mean? To live, to build and deploy some business, that is the convenient place. That's why people are saying that Hyderabad is good infrastructure and all. So infrastructure here in the sense, so server, storage, network, database, these all comes under what? Infrastructure as a services. Okay, here just they are providing, what is that? Raw services. Just we have to install and configure whatever we required. Are you getting clear, guys? Infrastructure in the sense, what does it mean? The server, storage, network, database, these all comes under what? Infrastructure as a services.
Service. Yes.
Okay, so just they are issuing the servers, that's it. What is that? They are issuing the servers. Okay, yeah. Next, on top of it, customization, installation, configuration, management, that we have to take care. Have you observed, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Installation, configuration in the sense, what does it mean? For example, I would like to deploy Java application. So I will install required softwares, on top of it host the Java application. Or else I would like to deploy .NET application. I will install .NET requirement and add in dependencies, libraries. Then I will host .NET application. Okay. Yeah. Someone would like to deploy Python. Then they have to install Python related libraries, dependencies, then deploy Python application. That is what infrastructure as a services. Okay, yeah. Do you have any questions so far, guys? Anyone? Very simple. Infrastructure means just they will provide the raw material, I can say. Okay. On top of it, whatever the customization you require, you have to do it as per your business requirement. Clear? Okay, yeah, next. Now have a look. This is about infrastructure as a services. Next, platform as a services. What is the platform? Please remember, don't get confusion. Platform in the sense runtime environment. Okay, ready-made environment they have provided, just we have to use them to deploy our application. That's it. Okay, platform in the sense, platform as a service in the sense, they are providing platform and runtime. So what does it mean? Whatever the application to deploy, already they are providing the runtime environment. Just you have to go and deploy your application. That's it. Okay, deployment of application, there are different ways we can do that, like DevOps, manual and automation deployment. Forget about it. Okay, so here platform in the sense they are providing entire environment and deploy your application. What type of application you are going to deploy, least bother about it. Already there would be a ready-made environment. You can directly host Java, .NET, PHP, Python, Ruby, Node.js, any type of application you can host it. That is about what? Platform as a services. Okay, next, software as a service. Can you tell me best example for software as a service? Why? Because in our day-to-day life, whatever the activities we are performing for our personal or organization, already we are entering into the software as a services. Can you tell me best example for software as a service, guys? Anyone?
Here, I guess only we can manage for only.
Yeah, only usage. That's it.
That's it, and everything it will be managed by Microsoft.
Managed by vendor. Yeah. Do you know what is the best example product in the market?
That is that this one Gmail also is the good thing for
Yeah,
us.
I can say Office 365. Now they change it to what? Microsoft 365.
365. Yes, correct.
Clear, guys? So there is no other product to explain. Microsoft 365 is the best example and the best example for what? Software as a services. Okay, in Microsoft 365, they are providing all the components. You know, right? MS Teams, Outlook, next PowerPoint, PPT, Word, okay, and Skype for Business, Power Automation, Power BI, SharePoint. All these are providing. That is the one suite that we will call it as Microsoft 365. Clear? Okay. So there is a Google Drive or OneDrive. Am I right? Okay. When you go for Google Drive and OneDrive, what we are doing maximum? Anyone?
Yes, we are utilizing. That's it. Right. Everything it will. That one also Google Drive. We need to copy store the data.
What we are doing, guys? Just we are uploading the document and sharing with our colleagues. That's it. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Apart from that, storage and all, are we maintaining? No.
No.
Everything is managed by vendor. I can say Microsoft. Okay, yeah, next, that is the best example for software as a services. Okay, now this is the only one diagram more than enough to differentiate between on-premises and cloud. Okay, when you go for on-premises, have a look: networking, storage, servers, OS, runtime, application deployment, everything we have to take care. Okay, so to manage these things, we have to use one thing. What was that? Any idea? We required mandatory. To
Power,
maintain all these things, we required what?
power.
Data center.
Yes, DC. What is that? Data
Yes.
center. Okay, yeah, next, in the cloud computing, if we go for infrastructure as a services, see this part, red highlighted things are using by who is that? Cloud. Okay, blue colors things are highlighted, whatever the things are highlighted, that we have to take care. Okay, here operating system, middleware, runtime, data, application, that all you have to take care. That's why I said infrastructure means they are providing raw material. On top of it, you have to customize it. That's it. Okay, when you go for PaaS, platform as a service, so here runtime and remaining all they are providing, just you have to take care about your application. Application in the sense, what does it mean? Here you people can deploy .NET, Java, PHP, Python, any type of application. Why? Because they are providing ready-made environment. Ready-made environment, my personal words I can say, out of box functionality. Out of the box functionality. Okay, they are providing ready-made runtime environment. You have to take care about what? Our application development, deployment, management. That's it. Okay, yeah, when you are coming to the SaaS, software as a service, see, nothing is in our hand, everything taken care by Microsoft or vendor. Remaining just usage you have to take care. Okay, clear? Guys, any questions, any doubts? You know, right? Microsoft Teams now widely using in the market. Without Microsoft Teams, there is no organization nowadays. Am I right? Even schools also they are using Microsoft Teams. Okay, see, for example, so this is the Microsoft Teams. Uh, okay, this is the Microsoft Teams. Even school people also using Microsoft Teams. Okay, so my kid, what is that? That school people, they are using Microsoft Teams. If I go and type it from Sekhar, see whatever the words are starting with Sekhar, all the names are displaying. So only this is the small exe file that I have installed in my laptop. So everything managed by whom, guys? Microsoft. Clear, clear.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Microsoft Teams comes under what? Software as a
SaaS.
services. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That is about what? Types of cloud service models and the way of maintaining for our organization. Okay. Do you have any questions so far? Anyone? Avilash, Amit.
So in the DR, right? So when we're talking here in the DR, it will be any applicable in PaaS environment? Is it any?
Yes, everything, guys. Yes. DR is applicable for infrastructure as a service and PaaS as well.
Okay. So that is PaaS. It will be maintained for Microsoft. In that we
Yeah.
have maintained for only applications, I guess, right?
Application, correct.
So it will be any impacted on this. So we need to see. It will be any developer using for any data bricks or data factory. I think. See, I am just actually for I'm as per my knowledge only. If you there is any get any error, so as possible to we need to resolve or that Microsoft we need to resolve.
Yeah, see, if there are any infrastructure related issues, 100% Microsoft has to take care. Okay, your application related issues, you have to take care. That's it. For example, I have deployed Azure Databricks in Chennai data center. Okay, this data center is down. Who is responsibility? Microsoft responsibility. If your application throwing an error, the debug everything that you have to take care.
Sir, for all this cloud, Amazon, Azure and all, is there a backend console where the Microsoft team is fully monitoring?
Yeah, that is 100% right. That is quite common. Or else how they would come to know? For example, you will raise the Microsoft case with some issue. How will they come to know? They should troubleshoot, right? They will provide some solution, right? So what is the issue? What is the log? What's going on background? It is a data center issue or your application issue. 100% they could track.
Okay, so on-prem we don't have, because we used to have to monitor all the servers. And all.
No, on-premises also will be there, but there would be a separate team.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next. Now, this is about what different types of cloud service models. Now, there are 3 types of cloud computings. What are they, guys? One is public, private, hybrid cloud. What is the public?
Public is it everybody use.
Yes, the resources that can be accessible from anywhere in the world is called public. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so what does it mean? By default, I deployed one virtual machine. I have deployed one virtual machine. So if I share this public IP username and password with you, you can sit anywhere in the world and can communicate my mission. That is what public. Okay, private in a sense, what does it mean?
It will be securely accessed. It will be no other another.
Yeah,
It will be
within the corporate network people, they can access it. Clear? So what does it mean? The resources can be accessible within the corporate network or within private network is called private cloud. Okay, very simple. What we are doing nowadays, we are going to the office, okay, then connected to TCS or Wipro provided laptop or desktop, connecting to VPN, which will establish the connection to your client network, perform the activities and disconnect the VPN and come out. The moment when you come out, will you able to access client resources from the internet? No. Why? Because the resources are available for privately. So only within the network, we will able to access these services. Got it? Okay. Yeah. Next, hybrid. What is the hybrid? You know, right? Nowadays, people are saying that hybrid model, or hybrid working style, hybrid working model. What does it mean? Hybrid in the sense, the combination of public plus private cloud called hybrid cloud. Forget about it. Okay. Hybrid working style in the sense, what does it mean? 2 days work from home, 3 days work from office. The combination we will call it as hybrid model. Am I right? Yes or no? No?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So here as well, your few applications are running in public, other applications are running private. If you establish the connection between them to monitor like hybrid, yes, that we will call it as hybrid network. Very simple. The combination of public plus private cloud called hybrid cloud. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Next. So you know, right, by default, look at my screen. Very important. By default, Azure, AWS, Google, they are public or private cloud. By default, they are public cloud. Please remember public cloud. Clear, guys.
Yes, yes, clear.
Okay. Yeah. Next thing is, what is the Microsoft Azure? So there are many vendors are there to provide cloud computing technology. Who are they, guys? I said one is Microsoft Azure. Other one is what? AWS, Google. Next, come on. OpenStack, Oracle Cloud. Okay, IBM Bluemix. Next, Alibaba. Okay, Alibaba. So these are different types of cloud vendors are there in the market. But out of them, very popular in the market is these two guys. Okay, if we consider cloud market is 100%, okay, only these two occupied 80%, remaining are 20%, guys. Okay, why Microsoft Azure? Why not AWS? Why should we go for only Azure? Why not AWS? What are the defects of AWS? That all will come into that later. Okay, first thing, what is the Microsoft Azure? Why they have mentioned Azure keyword, guys? They can mention directly Microsoft Cloud, right? Instead, why they have introduced only Azure keyword? What is the Azure? Have you searched it out Google anytime?
Assurance, guarantee, something.
Okay. Yeah, good assumption. What else? If you go and type it in Google or ChatGPT or Bard, Azure in the sense blue color sky, guys. The exact meaning. Okay. So the keyword initiated, who is the reason behind that is Satya. Okay. So later in the year of 2016, he became as a CEO of Microsoft. Okay. So Microsoft Azure Cloud Initiation, he is the key person. Okay, yeah, now you know, right? World largest and high value company in the market is Microsoft. Recently, you might have seen that news. Okay, so why? What is the Microsoft Azure? Very simple. Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services. Okay, see, initially, logo of Microsoft is this is the logo, guys. Okay, yeah, what is the Microsoft Azure? So this is the Microsoft Azure definition. Microsoft Azure is a comprehensive in the sense, what does it mean? Group of, set of all enterprise features. Okay, Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services where we can build, deploy, manage and access the applications. What is that? Through global network data centers. What is that? Global network data centers is called Microsoft Azure. Okay, global network data centers in the sense, what does it mean? Global network data centers. Microsoft has their own data centers around 140 countries, guys. 140 countries, Microsoft, they have their own data centers. Out of them, you can go ahead and deploy your application wherever you required. See, I have more customers in South India. I cannot go and deploy my application in North India, right? Yes or no? So I have more customers in Singapore. I cannot go and deploy my application in China region, right? So Microsoft has their own data centers around the world. You people can go ahead and deploy wherever, whichever the services you required. Happily can go and deploy and provide the service to customers. Got it? Clear, guys? Okay, so what is the Azure? This is Microsoft provided definition. This definition not prepared by me. Okay, very simple definition. Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services where we can build, deploy, manage, and access the applications through global network data centers. Through global network data center, the keyword is very important. Okay, don't think that this is silly interview question. Actually, this question first, if you attend Microsoft, they will ask this question itself. Okay, what is the Azure? I am repeating, Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services where we can build, deploy, manage, and access the applications through global network data centers. Is called Microsoft Azure. Okay, yeah. Next, do you know when Microsoft Azure came to the picture? Anyone? So initially we call it as Windows Azure. Okay, Windows Azure came into the picture in the year of 2010, guys. Sorry, in the year of 2010. Okay, so during that time, Microsoft supports only Windows related applications. Later, in the year of 2014, Microsoft renamed Windows Azure as a what? Come on, Microsoft Azure. Okay, what is that? In the year of 2014, April. Even I am telling month as well. April. Got it? So from 2014 onwards, officially we used to call it as Microsoft Azure, Microsoft Azure, Microsoft Azure. Okay, clear? Yeah, next. Next, look at my screen, keep an eye. Have a look. Yeah, this is about. Okay, if you observe in the year of 2010, they introduced Windows Azure. Later in the year of 2014, April, they introduced what is that new deployment model, and they renamed Windows Azure as a Microsoft Azure. Okay, do you have any questions, guys, so far? Yeah, great. Next, see, I said right. Microsoft Azure, they have their own data centers around 140 countries. Okay, why Microsoft Azure? Why not AWS? Only simple example I can say real time. You know, right? In the market, 50% of products they are mostly Microsoft only. Do you agree or not?
Yes.
Yes. One is coming to the Windows operating system. Okay. Azure is cloud computing, SQL Server database and high computation, and already SAP, and they would be tightly bond SAP and Microsoft. Okay, and why? Because SAP solutions, whatever they know, now background Microsoft supporting. Okay, yeah. Next, what else? Dynamic CRM, Power Apps, Power Automation, Office 365, 50% of products belongs to Microsoft. So first thing, they can provide with cheaper cost. Got it?
Compared to
Right.
AWS.
Sorry?
See, compared to AWS, is Azure very cheaper cost?
Yes, cheap and good service. You know, right? Microsoft is there for IT industry like 5 decades. Since 50 years, Microsoft started developing the product and distributing into entire world. So here, Windows Server, SQL Server related their product, they can sell it for with cheaper and good services. Okay, but if you want to purchase one Windows Server in Azure, assume that that is ₹1 cost. In AWS, same server you have to purchase it for what? ₹5. So what does it mean? 5 times more expense. AWS is 5 times more expense than Azure. Clear? I can say instead Azure is cheaper than AWS. Okay, you know, right? Service is very good. Without services, they cannot survival like 5 decades in the market. And they are providing new technologies, new enhancement, new features to adapt, capture IT market. Next, other thing is, so why Microsoft Azure, why not AWS is, these are the benefits. One is low ongoing cost, guys. Okay, so low ongoing cost compared to other cloud vendors, Microsoft providing cheaper services. Next, you can go for pay as you go model. Pay as you go model. Pay as you means use it and pay it. That's it. Pay and use it. So best example, if we go for internet center, we will use it for 1 hour and paid 15 or 20 rupees. That's it. Then we left. We don't want. There is no communication between us and internet data center or internet center. Am I right? So same way, there is a one service which required for only 1 year. Use it. After 1 year, just delete it. Remove that services. Okay. Here, based on your usage, we are saving the cost. Okay. Next, instant capacity. You know, right? Everything nowadays instant. Okay, this is true. Why? Because everything is instant nowadays. People cannot wait even what is that 10 minutes if you go for any location, even traffic and all. What does that mean? They need instant solution, instant capacity, in the sense either you can upgrade or downgrade your hardware configuration as per your business requirement. Okay, there is a one requirement, they would like to build like 10 servers. If we say we will give it to like 1 week or 7 days, people cannot wait. Why? Because the business urgency is like that. So instant capacity means we can build and deploy any infrastructure in Azure within fraction of minutes, only minutes, guys. I am not telling hours. Okay, next, global reach in the sense your data can be distributed across the globe in a minutes, guys. You know, right? Our Microsoft, Facebook, Google, Twitter, they are very fast, even though there are billions of customers. Am I right? Why these applications are very fast? Even if you deploy your small application at a time, if 1,000 users are hitting your application, then you could feel that a application is very performance very less slowly loading and all. Why, guys? Why these applications are very fast even though there are billions of customers are hitting the application? Anyone? You
Sorry.
got my question first of all?
No, no, not yet. Yeah. Please, sorry, come again.
Yeah, if we go for Microsoft, Google, and Twitter and Meta, Facebook applications,
Okay.
even though they had billions of customers, billions, am I
Mm.
right?
Yes.
Entire world.
Yes.
Okay, do you feel that these applications are low performance providing?
They are not giving that low
All
performance.
right.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you access the Facebook, immediately the page is loading quickly within less than 5 seconds. Do you agree? So
Yes.
how they are maintaining, even though they had billions of customers, how they are maintaining that much
They,
fastness for our application?
they are maintaining for this instances per level in the family. See, that is high CPU and memory they are
Yes.
utilizing. Then it will be
Yes.
whenever the hitting that users in bulk, there in it will be handled for the CPU and memory. I guess.
Yeah. No, guys. What is the secret behind that is, okay,
No,
they are
right.
distributing the data across the globe, that we will call them as cache servers.
Oh, cache servers also.
Cache servers. For example, I am sitting in Hyderabad. If I access my Facebook, my request will go to nearest Indian data center and response will back to the client. My request will not go for what? Centralized database and coming back to my system. So instead, my request is handling nearest data center. What does it mean? The data is distributing across the globe. Okay, so if I sit in Singapore region, if I access my request will go to Singapore nearest data center, not Indian data center. So what does it mean? They are maintaining cache servers across the world. Clear? Same way, your data can be distributed across the globe in a minutes. Clear? So to maintain cache servers, Microsoft has their own cache servers for entire world, guys. Okay, other vendor is Akamai. You have heard about it, Akamai? Any time, real-time professionals
Yes, recently that is in my organization. It will be.
using Akamai, right?
Yes,
What
yes.
is the purpose they are using?
I don't know, but they are introducing for that recently.
Yeah, yeah, Akamai servers are caching your
CPS.
data and providing better performance for customers. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, best example, I am the US client. Okay, within US I can provide better service. If Indian people need same application, so what should I do? I cannot establish the data center here and uh, do it, right? Why? Because that much profit I am not expecting. So that case, what I will do, I will tie up with Akamai. Akamai will take care about cache your data and provide the service to customers in India. Got it?
So that is also cloud type model, huh?
uh, I can say they are maintaining, yes, third party, right? I can say. I cannot say it is pure cloud in the sense
So
that operation would be different.
so if Azure is there, we don't need Akamai, right? We
Yeah,
can
not required. That's what. Why? Because Microsoft has their own cache servers so that you can distribute it.
But why need to take the customer here?
Sorry?
There, what you said, this Akamai will be using the cache storage, that whenever the customer is required the data, they will provide. That's it, right? This
Yes, yes, yes.
okay, but is in Microsoft Azure and AWS, we are using for that cache in their own. So whenever the customer is that Microsoft is gives the data, right?
Yes, correct.
But why you need to use for Akamai, I guess?
Why you using Akamai?
Akamai, it
Not required. See, if you go for AWS people, AWS, they don't have choice. They have to use Akamai tie-up. Microsoft doesn't require, right? Microsoft has their own word, cache servers. They can
That,
distribute our
that
data.
means AWS inside as a service, they are not giving Akamai. You have to separately connect with Akamai.
Yes,
And
connected, correct. That's what I am telling. So as Microsoft has their own data centers and data cache servers, they can provide the services with cheaper cost.
correct.
Yeah. Okay. Next, other thing is it is open and very flexible and very secure. See, guys, security is doesn't and big issue nowadays. Why? Because they are providing the security in different layers. Okay, so there is no even 1% chance to hack the Azure data centers. Not only Azure, AWS as well. You know, right? Have you heard about it? AWS and Azure data centers are hacked by someone in the world last 10 years? No, right? So they are maintaining the security in different layers like networking level, data level, and firewall level. Next, other thing is data center level. Okay, client side encryption and server side encryption. These many layers, they are maintaining the security. Hackers cannot hack all these levels and go back and hack the data. Okay, that is impossible. There would be a high mechanism they might have to use. That is different story. Now security is the main point, and already they are providing different layers. No worries. So by default, Microsoft encrypting your data and storing into Azure data centers. That is the number one point. Okay, so by default encryption provided by Microsoft here. So there is no any issues for your data security purpose. Okay, this is overview of Microsoft Azure. We had any questions, feel free and ask.
sir, what is the duration of this course?
2 months. That all we will clear in next session, guys. Do you have any questions?
There is any security when I'm talking here in the security purpose in the Azure and AWS is the most of this it will be client in customers. It will be secure purpose. It will be taken AWS cloud. That is they guys actually not believing that Azure cloud in security purpose. Is it truth or is it false?
No, no, guys. That is false statement.
Okay.
Okay, best example, మనం మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ నాదెల సత్యాలతో ట్రావెల్ చేసి అతని ల్యాప్టాప్ మనం దొంగిలించిన we cannot do anything. Got it? Yeah, that is how security they have provided.
Actually, there are the smaller companies prefer AWS. Is it like that? And the premium customers are going for Microsoft Azure. Premium
No,
customers-
no. All types of customers they are using. See, premium customers in the sense, see, for example, you are the AT&T client. When you raise the case, we will give the priority. Why? Because they are premium customers. Okay.
I say like premium means very big companies are going for Azure and smaller companies preferring AWS.
No. That is the wrong statement, guys. Okay. So premium customers or small customers depends on supporting model. That's it.
No, I am saying the size of the organization, like big banks and all are going for Azure.
No. Best example, I need 2 virtual machines. I can go and deploy in Azure, consume it, right? So where premium customers are and the small customers are differentiate. Only supporting level,
This is
and you will get
currently more cloud application, more customers are in the AWS and market is more for them. Is it like that? AWS has more market because of,
Wrong statement. That is.
okay. Is it like
Okay.
that? More
You know,
AWS
right now,
customers
Microsoft share is $350. Okay. Drastically, 2 days back, you might have seen that news. One of the biggest profit urged by Microsoft. Okay, not any other organization. Google, AWS, Azure. Google it. You can get more
Is
information.
it a trend like more AWS customers are going to Azure currently?
Yes,
They're
correct.
migrating
Yeah,
from
many
AWS to
customers.
Azure.
Yes, many customers they are moving from AWS to Azure. That is true. Okay.
One more question. So to learn Azure or work in Azure, do we have to have knowledge in working in Windows Server as well as the PowerShell? Do we have to learn that as well, part of the Azure cloud?
Yes. We have to learn PowerShell, PowerShell and Terraform. These are the scripting knowledges. So whatever the syllabus I am going to teach, that I will present it in next session. Okay.
Okay, the PowerShell as well also part of the curriculum, right?
Yes, 100%. Without PowerShell, there is no course.
Okay.
So, sir, can we write this architect exam after this course? Sure.
Yes. Everything. Yes, correct.
304, 304, no? One certificate is there, no? Is it 304?
Yeah, AZ 104, 900, 400, they are certification papers. Okay, related to certifications, around 20 plus certifications providing by Microsoft. We all discuss it in next session.
So, okay, 7 is the class every day. It will be at 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, right?
Sorry, come again. Hello?
Class timings are same, right? Is it 6 o'clock?
Sorry guys, I'm getting some disturbance. Can we connect it tomorrow, please? Construction is going on behind me. Hello?
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So tomorrow I am going to discuss about the syllabus for Azure, and also I am going to discuss about how to subscribe for Azure free trial. These two things we will cover it in next session. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Have a great day. Tomorrow we'll connect back. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Bye.
nice day. Bye bye.
Yeah.